around Nigeria and provide some information that will be good for you as a citizen of this country in order to be able to carry out your duties. Once you are informed, you know what to do and you do the right thing. So this morning, News Nexus is going to take a look at some national news and also some news concerning Taraba State. And we're also going to be looking at the Edo State elections. It's an off-season elections, and today is the day that the Edo people will decide who will lead them for the next 4 years as governor. So I would like you to sit back, relax, and pay attention to the information we are going to share with you today. And so without wasting much time, let us go to some stories that made the news during the week. And if we look at it, during the week, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu reassured Nigerians that his presidency is driven by a desire to serve, not to accumulate wealth. President Tinubu also assured Nigerians that his administration is focused on delivering tangible results. That was what the president said, and he said he's trying to make a difference in the nation's infrastructure, food, energy, security, education, and long-term economic stability. And he's calling on Nigerians to believe him because he's here to serve and not to amass wealth, as many may think. And the general popular opinion among people is the taste of the pudding, the taste of the cooking is in the eating. So Nigerians are asking that they want to see more results from his policies, which seems to have created a big gulf in the pockets of Nigeria, because the prices of essential commodities, foodstuffs, PMS has gone up, and the cost of living has soared to a point whereby the funds that people usually use to take care of their families, the resources we have to take, can no longer even take you anywhere. So we are playing on the president, while we agree with you that yes, you've been in government for years, you are experienced and you're here to serve, but we would like to see more action in that direction. We would like to see the naira against the dollar, which controls the import of goods, because we're more or less like an import-dependent country. We would like to see more actions in that direction. And for the issue of subsidy or no subsidy, one thing that Nigerians need more clarity on the relationship between NNPCL and you also double as the Minister of Petroleum. We would like Nigerians want a very transparent relationship between Dangote Refinery, NNPCL, and other regulatory bodies, so that we may have there is a situation whereby they are speaking from different angles, and the information we're getting from NNPCL, Dangote, they are clashing. So these are some of the issues that Nigerians want you to tackle, and also the issue of insecurity. These are the things we act of as Nigerians, and we believe with you in power, you should be able to use your good office to ensure that Nigerians get good services that we expect from you. And also, ahead of the gubernatorial election in Edo State government on Friday raised concern over action of political talks, whom it said was plotting to overrun the Independent National Electoral Commission office in some local governments in the state. The Commissioner for Communication and Orientation said the military prevented the political talks from overrunning INEC office in Oredo local government. Well, there have been back and forth between the parties involved in elections, and a little background of the elections today shows that we have three major candidates who are vying for the position of governor for Edo State. For PDP, we have Asui Iga Dolo, who is the PDP candidate for the elections. And we also have Olumide Akpata, who is the Labour Party candidate for election, and Monday Okpe Bolo, who is the APC candidate. And there have been allegations back and forth from every one of them of intimidation and thuggery and the rest of it. And we are calling on the good people of Edo State to resist any temptation to engage in violence, election manipulation, or rigging. The destiny of Edo State lies in your hands, and you should believe, and you should also ensure that the people of Edo State bear their minds, and the election results should reflect their desires and their wishes. And I think we've all seen that the result of violence during election, and most times I see that it doesn't even affect the politicians. It is still you and I on the streets that this violence meets. So I'm calling on the youth, I'm calling on the women, the men, and everybody involved to ensure that they put the security of lives and properties and their duties as a citizen before any party interest or personal interest. And most especially the politicians, we need to understand that the politics is not a do or die affair. Politics is to serve people and not impose yourself on people. And I believe that if you really want to serve, you will not be engaging in anti-people engagements like violence, thuggery, and the rest of it. Well, as it stands, there is no, today we've not gotten any information on thuggery or violence. I will pray that it all continues like that. I will call upon the security agencies to ensure neutrality and fairness, and to be alert to every form of danger that might crop up in the course of this election. And we also call on the INEC to be a fair judge and to ensure that it does the right thing, and people also see that the right thing is being done. And I believe the people of those states may just have this opportunity to pick someone that will take them to greater heights. So we wish the people of Edo State a good election day, and I believe in Masque TV here in our subsequent reports, we will also be bringing updates on the elections. Okay, let us also look at the Borno State government. They has announced that so far 12.554 billion in cash donations have been made to offer succor for victims of the recent flood that devastated parts of the state. And the donations came from corporate entities, state governments, state and national assembly members, individuals, and non-governmental organizations. And this is a good development, and we pray that these donations and contributions should be used to bring succor to the people who have really gone through a lot in the past week. A lot of families are traumatized, some have been displaced, and you know, Borno State have been having the issue of internally displaced people due to insurgency and terrorism in the past, and this flood has added more. And from the way things are, there is a possibility of outbreak of diseases. So we call on all the relevant agencies to ensure that they are on ground to curb any form of disease spreading. And even at this point, some criminal elements might decide to use the opportunity to commit crime. We call on the security agencies to ensure that the security of lives and property in Borno State is taken care of. And we also call on those that will be in charge of the distribution of relief materials to do their job the way it should be done. This is not a period whereby we need internally displaced people complaining about they not receiving the goods, the reliefs being sent to them. Please, we need fairness, we need justice for these people. They've been through a lot. Some are even IDPs, and they've been displaced again from where the temporary structures that they've put in. So it is not something that is easy to be, and I wonder how they've been able to survive this for so long. And we can all see the wonderful reports put together by the SK Media Group, who were at Maiduguri during the week to cover events, and so it will be a very, very wonderful and educative journey for you if you follow our report, SK TV reports on the floods, the aftermath of the flood in Maiduguri, Borno State. So please, you can join you can go to our YouTube channels and you will see cited sounds of the aftermath of the flood in Borno State. And we call once again, we call upon the governor, the leaders, the political leaders, the religious leaders, and Borno State to please ensure that the good people of Borno are not left alone in these trying times. And there's also information that the Committee on Consequential Adjustments in salaries for civil servants met on Friday as regards to the new minimum wage template, and agreed that the effective date for implementation of the new minimum wage will be set for July 27th, 2024. This is according to a memorandum of understanding issued at the end of the meeting. So, well, it's been a long journey, the minimum wage saga, as I call it. As it's been on for a long time, and we thought that we've seen the light at the end of the tunnel where it was signed into a law. But this is just, this is September, and well, they said there's a memorandum of understanding that the effective date for implementation will be set for July 29, 2024. Well, since this has been done, please let the workers due for, let the people due for this minimum wage begin to receive the money, because the prices of goods is not waiting for anyone. It's not having any meeting. The prices of goods don't meet to wait for implementation of any minimum wage before it goes up. And this is also a call to the states that are yet to implement this, and also the organized private sectors to please begin to implement this, because by law, this is not something that you will decide. It is not mandatory. It's, if I believe it is, you are bounded by law to ensure that you implement it. So we're calling on everyone, and also in all this, we still call upon the government to look at how they can improve the economy of the country. So I think I will pause for a year. I will go for a short commercial break, and when we come back, we'll look at some more interesting stories that made the rounds during the week.
Masu kallo assalamu alaikum, barkanmu da warhaka, barkanmu da shigowa cikin wannan shiri ta dogaro da kai. Dogaro da kai maganar da ake cikin gari, yanzu lokaci ne yanzu mu yi nazari, makama sana'a domin mu guje wa garari. Dogaro da kai ni ce taku a kullum Kambari Rabi'atu. Kamar da muka sani a kullum, shirin yana zuwa ne ya zaɓulo mana hazikakku, jarumai kuma fitattu a wajen sana'o'in hannu. Da kai tattaunawa ce a zahiri, da masu kasuwanci sana'a hannu cikin gari, don a ba su damar tallata hajar su ko ɗari. Masu sana'a haske TV ce take kira mu amfani. Dogaro da kai maganar da ake cikin gari, ku zo mu gaza.
Once again, you are welcome to News Nexus on ASCII TV. I remain Abraham Minor Joda, and you're welcome back to the program. And we are going to look at a story coming out from Taraba State. The miners, title holders in Taraba State, are calling on the governor, Dr. Kefas Agbu, to lift the ban, the ban placed on mining in the state. It's been over a year now that the ban has been placed on mining in order to regulate the sector, and they're also calling on him to review the executive order 003 and 005 respectively, in order to ensure that mining activities return to the state. The miners are also saying they are looking at the government to also review the taxes they pay over their mining activities, and they're also ready to key into any program the governments, both the state and the federal government, brings up in that sector. And I think these are the issue of the mining sector in Taraba State is a very delicate one, and it's something that a proper guideline for miners in the state should be put in place. When the governor made the executive order and placed a ban on mining activities, I was one of those that supported it, because since before now, the activities on the mining sector was not properly regulated, and I was sure the resources that was supposed to come from mining into the state was not coming in, and a lot of illegal miners, a lot of criminal activities were beginning to go on around this mining site. So it is a good thing, and it was a good thing that the governor stepped in as he came in and decided that, well, let's put a pause to mining activities for now. Let us do a review of everything so that we can come up with a good program. And I believe, I think 1 year is enough time for a proper review to have been done, and guidelines will be out. So let the miners go back and let them be registered. Let us know who are mining. Let the state government earn what it's supposed to earn, because it's resources for Taraba State. It is one of those resources that will boost our internally generated revenue. So as it is, I also join to call on the governor to look into this call, and also ensure that soon rather than later, we continue to enjoy the benefits of the mining sector in Taraba State. So Governor Kefas, the star boy as is popular called, is we would like to see mining return to Taraba, but in a much more better way than it was before. And also there's a story here. This is quite sad. Two women, Junwa Una and Chinelo Igbechewu, has been arrested by the Lagos State Police Command for allegedly taking part in the selling of newborn twin girls in the state. The women were arrested by officers from the Ojodu Division while on patrol at Bega bus stop, following a tip-off from concerned citizens. This is really disturbing. When women are being arrested for selling of child trafficking, is becoming a menace now, where people kidnap other people's children and sell them off to people in need. We don't know how they just sell off these kids for money. It is something that I still can't wrap my mind around. Why will you take another person's child and sell into slavery or sell into trafficking? And there have also been cases whereby they even have a house or maybe a place like a child factory, where vulnerable young girls are taken into custody, and they get them impregnated, or vulnerable ones that they found on the street pregnant, they bring them in, take care of them, and once they give birth, they give them some stipends, and they take the babies from them, and it's a business for the owner of the shelter. There's a lot of times the authorities have done operation to bust shelters like this, and it is beginning to be a menace around the country. And we also have cases of parents who decide that due to one thing or the other, they will decide to sell one or two of their kids to willing buyers. This is the height of, I don't know how to say it. I can't just wrap my mind around how a parent will sit and think that the only way out of his problem is for him to sell his or her child. This is, we're calling on the authorities to really look into these issues and ensure that a total reduction, if not total eradication of this kind of thing is, and we need to educate our people more on issues like this. You have to be careful who you leave your kids with. You have to watch, put your children in safe environments. Okay, and there's a story during the week where a 59-year-old man identified as Yemi has disclosed that he attempted suicide because he was overwhelmed by challenges. Yemi was a resident of Ilasa in Lagos State, was rescued by the Rapid Response Squad operatives while attempting to jump into the lagoon from the Third Mainland Bridge on Friday. This is a very sad one from Lagos State there. A 59-year-old man, he must have gone through a lot, and he decided to end it all in a very, very nasty manner by plunging into the Third Mainland Bridge. And we thank the Rapid Response Squad, the police, for their prompt reaction, and they were able to rescue him. And we also thank our people, fellow Nigerians who were there, who were praying and assuring that he should not do that. And we from Ask TV here, we are telling everyone, we are letting you know that suicide is never an option. In the eye of the law, in the eye of God, and the eye of society, taking your life is not end, because at the end of the day, you religiously, you serve punishment for that, and the laws of the land is a criminal offense to take your own life. A lot of people are going through depressing times, going through stress. Please just hold on and be strong, and we believe that in a few, Sukkot might just be at the end of the tunnel, and please, nobody should engage in such activities like suicide. So, well, that is some of the stories we will bring. We'll be sharing with you today. So now we'll go on a short break, and when we come back, we will be on the sprint to the end of the program. So stay tuned as we go for a short commercial break.
Masu kallon mu barkanmu da warhaka, sannan mu da sake kasancewa da ku a cikin sabon shirin lokacin nishadi. Shirin nan da ke kawo muku fitattun wakoki guda 10 a kowace mako. Wanda ni na ku Alhaji Kaita aka Traba Boy aka Mr. Choo Choo nake gabatar muku da shirin daga nan gidan talabijin namu mai albarka ta Haske. Lokacin nishadi. Lokacin nishadi. Yanzu ne lokacin nishadi. Lokacin nishadi. Yanzu ne lokacin nishadi. Lokacin nishadi. Mu je mu kunna TV a lokacin nishadi. Taraba Boy ne da lokacin nishadi. Lokacin nishadi. Lokacin nishadi. Yanzu ne lokacin nishadi. Lokacin nishadi.
Village situated at the border, Birpur. The feeling of hatred dominates this land. BSD stands for Bharat Suraksha Dal. Paru, who lost her parents in an attack by the BSD. There was a boy who was 150 kilometers away from Paru. He was Rudra. His eyes had been searching for an answer every moment.
Rangracia, Shiri ne mai dogon zango wadda zai dinga zuwa muku duk ranar Alhamis da misalin karfe 7:30 na dare. Sannan za a maimaita muku duk ran Juma'a da misalin karfe 3 na yamma. Ku kasance tare da tashar Haske TV. Haske maganin duhu.
Welcome back to News Nexus on Ask TV, and I still remain your host, Abraham Minor Joda. Today is a Saturday, it is sporty weekend. This weekend is a sporty weekend, and I would like us to look at the Nigerian Premier League and the NPFL and see some of the matches that will be going on this weekend. Most of the matches will take place on Sunday, and the fixtures are Plateau United will be hosting Niger Tornadoes in Jos Township Stadium. This is going to be a cracker between the Plateau United and Niger Tornadoes. They are neighbors, and it is more or less like a North Central derby between Plateau United and Niger Tornadoes. And we will also be in Owerri. Atlan of Owerri will be hosting Katsina United. Atlan and Owerri, Atlan of Owerri and Katsina United, they are not strangers to themselves in the Nigerian Premier League. They've met several times, and this is going to be one fixture again that we should look up to. And today we are looking at also we have Nama Sugida Kano Pillars. They'll be hosting Remo Stars. Remo Stars is one of the new teams on the block. They are playing very beautiful football, and they'll be coming against Kano Pillars, who are known for the massive home support in their Kano Sani Abacha Stadium in Kano. The stadium is a fortress. It is it's always very, very exciting watching a match at Kano Pillars. So we are going to look at the strength of the home support of Kano, their football skills against the mercurial skills of Remo Stars. It's going to be a very interesting one, and we'd like to see how the Kano fans will react to Remo Stars if they hit top gear against their players. But it's a very, very beautiful stadium. Kano Pillars is a very, very beautiful stadium to play in, and as a player for Kano Pillars, the pressure from the fans, both the positive and negative pressures from the fans, always bring out the best of any player playing for Kano Pillars. Also, we have Sunshine Stars of Akure against the Abia Warriors. The Sunshine Stars of Akure will be hosting the Abia Warriors in Akure. The other match is Kwara United versus Ikorodu City. That will be taking place in Lorin Stadium. So these are some of the fixtures. These are the fixtures for the weekend. Matches at Nigeria Premier League, and that is that at the local level. We also move to the English Premier League. This weekend is also going to be a cracker between clubs in the English Premier League. Early kickoff by 12:30 will be between West Ham and Chelsea. It is a London derby between West Ham United and Chelsea Football Club. Chelsea are beginning to show signs that they are recovering from their last season woes, and there's no other match to prove that they bounce back to their former self. And there's a London derby between themselves and West Ham. And West Ham is also a very hard team to play. They are home on away, and they have a very good set of players like Mohamed Kudus. And it's going to be an exciting opener to the league, to the fixtures this weekend. By 3 o'clock, we'll be having about 6 matches or so. We have Aston Villa versus Wolves. Unai Emery's boys will be facing Wolves, and it's going to be let's see how Aston Villa continue their good form. I believe they are also one of the teams they are looking at qualifying for the Champions League, and they also have the outside chance of winning the league. The odds they have an outside chance. They are one of the teams that have outside the regulars. They are one of the teams that have the outside chance of piping the Man City to the league. We also have Fulham Newcastle by 3 o'clock. Then we'll be having a match between the two newly promoted teams, Southampton and Ipswich Town. This is the kind of matches where the newly promoted team need to pick points, because it is not going to be easy for them against the other Premier League teams. So you try to pick points from your fellow promoted team. It's going to be an interesting one between Southampton and Ipswich Town. And at 3 o'clock also we have Tottenham versus Brentford. Tottenham versus Brentford. Tottenham will be coming back against the sadness of losing to their perennial rivals, Arsenal, the North London derby. So I believe they will be using this match to reassure the fans that they've not lost it, that they are still a team in the race for top 4 and probably also the title race. There's going to be a lot of pressure on the players and the coach to ensure that this match is redemption for them. We also have Leicester City versus Everton. This fixture used to be a regular fixtures in the Premier League for the past 6, 7, 8 years, but Leicester City relegation last 2 seasons were led to not seeing Leicester City in the league, but they are back. And Leicester is Leicester, and Everton is also Everton. It's going to be a fight between 2 teams that are always there in the Premier League. So at 3 o'clock also we have Liverpool versus Bournemouth. Liverpool is another team that needs this match for redemption. They lost at Anfield to Nottingham Forest, and it was a shock to everyone when they lost by a lone goal to Nottingham Forest. So they'll be looking to bounce back with this match against Bournemouth, and this is a match, a good match for them to bounce back with, and it's going to be an interesting one for the Arne Slot boys at Anfield. So again today, late kickoff, we'll be having Crystal Palace versus Manchester United. Manchester United is a team that is consistent in its inconsistency. So, this is another day for Ten Hag and his boys to do what they usually do, or they prove us wrong. So, Crystal Palace, Crystal Palace, Manchester United last season was both legs were quite interesting, and Crystal Palace got the best of Man U to both legs last season, and I think Man U will be looking for revenge against Crystal Palace this season. So it's going to be a tough one. I think towards the end of last season, it was a disgraceful outing by Manchester United, where they were shredded to pieces by the boys, the Crystal Palace boys. So we look forward to a cracker in that fixture too. And for tomorrow Brighton will be hosting Nottingham Forest. Brighton is a team on the rise, a very, very good football. And against Nottingham Forest, who seems like will be riding on the victory of their victory at Anfield. And it's going to be a wonderful one tomorrow by 2 o'clock. And for the Super Sunday, the big one for the weekend, the one that the fans have been looking forward to, is the match between the winner of the league for 2 seasons consecutively and the runner-up of the league 2 seasons consecutively. That is Manchester City will be hosting Arsenal Football Club. This is the day that this is one of the matches that people feel will decide the league as early as the season is. It is a match like this you try to take points away from your direct opponent, the ones that you are in the race for the league title. So, from the two sides over the weekend in the Champions League, they both played a goalless draw. They both played goalless draw. So probably they will play the matches with a eye to this weekend. And last week, Arsenal had piped Tottenham Forest. So they beat Tottenham Forest at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, while Man City also ran over their opponent. But most importantly, the two key midfield players for the two teams are Kevin De Bruyne for Man City and Odegaard, Martin Odegaard for Arsenal will be missing for this fixture. So, they have enough players to fill in the space. And Declan Rice will be back for Arsenal. I think the squad, it should be irrespective of who will be available or will not be available. Man City Arsenal is always a super Sunday match, and I believe fans will be looking up forward to that. It is going to be a moral booster for any of them, most especially for Arsenal if they win this match. I think that is all we have for football for this weekend. In our subsequent editions, we will be trying to give you update on the Nigeria Premier League and also news of sports around the world. So that is all we have for sports today. That's all we have for sport today on News Nexus. And with that, we'll be drawing a curtain to News Nexus on ASK TV today. And we all hope you had a wonderful day with us. And we also say we should stay tuned to editions to other programs on this TV station. And please also check our YouTube channels and Facebook pages for past news items and programs on this station. And those of us that want to know what happened in Maiduguri, please check our YouTube channel for the stories on the aftermath of the Maiduguri flood. So with this, this brings us to the end of our program today. I still remain yours, Abraham Minor Joda. I will be here again, 10 a.m. Saturday, next week Saturday. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you.